What's up, YouTube? So for a while I've been wanting a G43X MOS, and I kept resisting and resisting. Well, I finally went Thursday. I was at work and I was like, I'm gonna go buy a G43X today, MOS. Well, I looked online saw this Koa thing. God, that's ugly. That is really an ugly ass freaking optic. It really is. That thing's ugly as hell. Like, there's no way in hell I'm buying that. Nope, not gonna do it. I'm gonna go get a MOS and put a O-sight on it or something, and other farkles and thingies and stuff. But I got there, and damn if I didn't talk myself into buying it. I spent twice the money, and I don't know if I did the right thing. We'll see. I told him, okay, I'll take it. He went in the back room to get one, and I was looking at this rear sight situation. I'm like, wait a minute. That sucks. I don't like that. But I stuck with my decision, and I bought it. It's my third generation G19 that I've been carrying for at least 2 decades, probably closer to 3. Love it. No issues, but no optic on it. I don't even know if I'm sold on optics yet. I have one with an optic, and it's just weird to me because I'm not used to it, but don't want to molest my beautiful pistol and send it out to have it chopped to make one fit and all that stuff. So and I wanted something a little smaller, less bulky, a little lighter. I've never had to stop and rest because my pistol was too heavy or anything like that. But and now I put this in my G19 holster. These are both unloaded, by the way, completely, for the NAZIs out there. The safety NAZIs. Completely unloaded, no ammo. Nothing, no ammo around. I put this in my G19 holster. And it goes in there. It's not, I wouldn't carry it that way. Trust me, I'll get a proper holster for it. But it goes in there, and it's definitely way less bulky and lighter. Not that this one doesn't bother me, but it's definitely, there's no question about it. I am a little worried about this optic snagging on my shirt or something to draw it, but I can draw it pretty well. I mean, just fine, as long as I get my shirt out of the way. I have not fired this yet. We were supposed to go Saturday, me and my buddy Terry, and I didn't hear from him, and so I just blew it off. Well, then I saw him last night, Saturday night, saw him at the brewery for our usual darts, and he was like, oh no, it was my birthday on Thursday, and my wife and daughter took me out to dinner today. And I said, you know what, that's way more important. I get it. Happy birthday, bro. So I get it, but just that rear sight thing bugs the crap out of me. There are companies that make night sights for them, but you can't drift them because there's 2 screws that hold them in place. This sight has 2 holes in it. I think it's, I don't know, one of those companies that makes the night sights for it. There aren't actual holes in there. There's just kind of like boop. And I don't know if I trust that either. I want holes where the screw contacts all the way around. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, maybe you don't. Probably not describing that right, but kind of like a U, but no, it's not encircled. This one is. But I'll get out and shoot it and see. But I don't know. I don't know if I trust the whole freaking setup. And it is an ugly ass. It's growing on me now that I bought it and owned it, and more I just kind of fondle it. But it is ugly. There's no doubt about it. That thing's ugly. But it's an aim point, so that's one of the selling points right there. They're one of the best in the business, if not the best in the business. So we're going to see what happens. And one of my biggest reasons, actually probably the biggest reason for me to buy this, is that I live in the once great state of Minnesota that's pushing for all kinds of gun control bullshit, and they want 10-round capacity and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is 10-round capacity. So if they pass that law, everybody in Minnesota that owns a Glock, a G19, a G17, anything like that, they're all going to be buying up all the 10-round magazines they can. So that's going to be a bottleneck, you know what I mean? So who knows when I can get 10-rounders for it. So this one's seamless. I can just okay, I'll just carry this one instead. I have to order a proper holster. I think I'm going to put a TLR 7 sub X or X sub whatever on it. I'll probably do like a tungsten guide rod, a grip thingy, and magazines. I'm going to order magazines. There's apparently Glock's coming out with factory 15 round magazines for this thing, which is, that's a game changer. As long as I can shoot with a crap with this. I've shot one once. Was at the range one day, some kid was there, had one. I said, hey, do you mind if I shoot that? Yeah, no, go ahead. I only fired like 5 or 6 rounds, and there was tons of holes in the target already, so I don't know where they went. But talk about a game changer here. The 19 is 15 rounds. This one with 15 rounds, that's a game changer. That's a cool deal. I mean, and it's not that much smaller. You have the same length grip, smaller barrel or shorter barrel, but it's so much thinner. Now, I've never had anybody say, hey, look, that guy's carrying a gun. I don't have any problem concealing that, but I knock everything over. So it was never an issue about that, but smaller, more comfortable to carry. Alright, I'll just leave it there because I keep knocking it over anyway. Smaller, much more slimline. Now, when I put this in my G19 holster, if I can get it in there, this optic, that thing pokes, that thing prints. Whereas this one has no optic, so that doesn't happen with this one. But this one it does, so I don't know if I did the right thing or not. I don't know. I think I should have gotten the MOS and put on an O-Sight SE or whatever, and then all the other things I want to do to it anyway. But we'll see. Aim point, like I say, make good stuff. Although I guess the way I understand it, I've been away from firearms for a long time. I haven't been shooting. I haven't been paying attention to anything. But I guess the last model a PS2 or a P2 or whatever it was, I guess would crack around the lenses or something, and water would get in there or whatever. I don't know that for fact. I just videos I've watched and stuff. So this is like a new offering. So we'll see if it stands up and works well and is reliable. I have a couple of aim points on rifles that I've had for a couple decades and never had any issue with either one of those. So that was but if this thing fails, or if it just, I don't like it, then I got to put something else on there. Then I bought a $500 optic. That, what am I going to do with it? You know, it's the only firearm with that footprint. I assume there will be more. The way I heard it is Aimpoint is going to release that after a year. I don't know how long these have been out, but they're going to release that as far as, here, go ahead and make stuff. So other companies will make them, I'm sure. I just don't like that rear sight situation at all. Ameriglow, I think Ameriglow is one company that I know for sure that makes night sights for this thing. But the guy at the firearms dealership told me that there's others too, so I don't know, we'll see. I will post another video after I get out to shoot it, and hopefully get some video of me actually shooting it, and which shouldn't be a problem. They don't seem to. I've been to a lot of ranges where they say no video, but this one I've been doing video, and I know they saw me and they didn't say a word, so I'm guessing it'll be okay. But 15 rounds in this little tiny thing with an aim point on it and stuff, that's kind of game changing. As long as I'm old and I like just iron sights, so I have to get used to these. I have one pistol with an O-sight on it, and I'm still kind of about 50-50 on it. It's like, yeah, I like it, but I don't like it, and I don't know, so we'll see. This one seems to pull up right away, pretty much right there's the dot. The other one I find myself hunting for it, but I think it's just because it's not quite set up right, you know what I mean? This one's nice and low, and it's just as long as I get those sights lined up. Well, Same with the other one too, but whatever. This one seems to point much more naturally, and there's the red dot. So we'll see what happens. The thing is with these red dots is I'm not shooting at 100 yards with this or anything. So what do I need a red dot for? This is for really up close, personal. I think probably better off with just a set of Trijicon night sights, you know what I mean, and a flashlight. And that's why I was gonna do, I wanted to do the MOS, but he went in the back to get one, and I was looking at that rear sight, and I'm like, oh, screw it, I'm getting the other one. But then I didn't. I decided, okay, I'll pay the extra money and get this one. I don't know if I did right or not. We will see. And there's a question if it'll even work right. You know, I mean, it's a Glock. I've had 2 or 3 Glocks that right out of the box didn't. They had issues. They wouldn't. They, you know, failed to go into battery, or they'd stovepipe or whatever. All I did was keep shooting them, and they worked out, and then they were 100% reliable after that. So I'm not really worried about that. If it's got a few bobbles out of the box, I get it. It's all brand new. Let it break in. But we'll see what happens with this thing. It is ugly. It's grown on me now that I bought it, and I've had it a few days, and I just keep looking at it and fondling it and dry firing it and stuff. It's grown on me. It's better than it was to begin with, but I'll make another video. Another video. I'll make another video after I get some rounds through it, and like I say, I'll hopefully get some video of me actually shooting it. I'm gonna put one of those grip things on it, one of those grip tape thingamabobs. I used to make my own, and I might just do that because mine are better than the factory ones, without a doubt. I want that TLR7X sub on here. Then I'll have to order a holster that's set up for one. Maybe a tungsten guide rod, and then magazines, and I think I'm done with it. But I want night sights too. I want my backup night sights for sure. If that optic takes a dump, I want backup night sights for sure. So I'll keep doing the research on that. I know that as time goes, more stuff's going to come out. Somebody's going to probably come out with a plate that will replace, you know, a plate that takes a dovetailed rear sight that you can put on there. Something like that. I'll bet money somebody will come out with something like that. But then I got a $500 optic that's laying around that I'm never going to use, and I should have just bought the MOS to begin with, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a cool little thing, and it's definitely going to be, I'm definitely going to carry it. Unless I can just not hit, if I can't hit a barn, the broadside of a barn from the inside with it, then I won't carry it, I guess. But the bottom line is, you know, past about 30 yards, I don't care if I can hit it or not. You know what I mean? Anybody that's that far away, even if they took a couple shots at me or standing there with a knife, I'm just going to get the hell out of there anyway. I'm not going after them. I'm freaking running. I'm gone, bro. Done deal. But up to, you know, up to 7 yards, 21 feet, you get any closer than that, a knife, whatever, I'm just gonna, I'm still gonna try to get you to go away. But if you're not, if you're coming after me and you're gonna hurt me, you know, what do they call it? Great physical harm and or death. Yeah, I'm gonna do what needs to be done, you know. But it's a cool little thing, and I'll get some of those 15 rounders when they come out. I'm in no hurry. I'll order some 10 rounders. I'll just carry extra magazines, because initially when they come out, it's going to be just a huge rush and everybody's all over it. And so after that calms down, then I'll order some of those. But we'll see what happens. Just an up kind of a, you know, let you know what's going on up in her. And it's just a cool little thing. If it works out the way I want it to, I think I made a good purchase. If it doesn't, you know, I'm out shooting in the rear sight and the optic go flying because the screws sheared off or whatever, then oops, dummy. But anyway, that's just my new purchase, and we'll see how this thing goes. You know, safe shooting, and see if you can't hit the bullseye.